Good morning. How's everyone today? We're a little bit late, but not too bad. A few minutes. We're doing everything outside on the patio, and the area that we're in is having construction done. We have new windows, we have a new back door, we've got new siding. They're doing it to the whole entire complex. And I went outside today, and they have this tractor, and he's moving stuff, so it was just too loud. So we're inside today. Get a change of scenery, it's always good. The song I'm going to be doing today is one I wrote in, I think it was 2009. Yeah, 5/27/2009. And it's called As Long as I Live on the Island. And the protagonist in the song was inspired by a guy I used to work with. When I first moved here, I worked at a Wyland gallery. There were two at the time, there's now one, but they're owned by the same people. And there was this one guy that worked there, and we called him Bird, because he had an African gray. But the guy was a riot. He was just a really, really funny guy. And I remember, we were at the beginning of Duval Street, and the ship would come in, and you'd have all these people suddenly come into the place. I remember this one time they're going, the place is bumper to bumper, where's Bird? Turned out Bird was like 6 doors down at the small bar having a cocktail. But he was a lot of fun. He was the inspiration for the song, although most of the stuff in the song is not about him. It was just, he was like the figurehead I had to make things up. He had a girlfriend, and in this thing, the protagonist does not have a girlfriend. So that's that. But we lost Bird several years back. He came down with liver cancer, and I bumped into him over by the Green Parrot. He was on his bicycle, and he was just coming out of the city hall, and he said, "Yeah, I got liver cancer. I'm looking for some help." A week later, he was gone. So he was a lot of fun. In any case, on with this song. As long as I live on the island. It's kind of a laid-back island-type feel song, but it's got the quirkiness and humor of Key West, so at least that's what I was shooting for. Sun come up, moon go down, just got in from painting the town, burn the candle at both ends. Sometimes I just don't know when to say when, but it's alright. Yes, it's alright. As long as I live on the island. As long as I live on the island. Well, I got up at 2. Imagine that. I feel just like the cat in the hat. Swept everything under the bed. Cobwebs fluttering inside of my head, but it's alright. Yes, it's alright. As long as I live on the island. Yeah, as long as I live on the island. local saloon. We headed back to their hotel room. Strip poker and twister all night long. Lost all my clothes, had to take a cab home, but it's alright. Yes, it's alright. As long as I live on the island. Shots of jumping, chased with beer, peel I run over ice. So as you see, it's abundantly clear, it's quite nice. Yes, it's quite nice. Well, I had a good job, but it went south. I had some vapors tearing about. Now I sell tours on the street side. Make a good living, but it collides with my life. But it's alright. As long as I live on the island. As long as I live on the island. As long as I live on the island. Thank you. As long as I live on the island. Dedicated to Birdman. And one thing I forgot to mention, the last verse was kind of true about him. It's a very Key West story. After he left working at the gallery, he started selling the tours, on the street, where you have those little kiosks, and they'd sell you like a sunset tour or jet skiing or what have you. He was working on one of those, and he was such a great guy. It's so funny. He'd start talking to some people that just came into town, and they'd eventually get to the subject of, well, what's a good place to go? Go for dinner or go for some cocktails. And he would, being the perfect salesman that he was, he would say, "Well, what do you like?" And they'd say, "Well, this is what we like." And he says, "I got just the place for you. Why don't we do this? Why don't we meet there at 6:30 tonight?" And they'd say, "That sounds like a great idea." So he'd meet them there, and they'd buy him drinks all night long. And then they'd come back into town. They had him on their thought. We have to get a hold of Bird. One time he called me. He said, "Yeah, I got some people that I know, and they just flew back into town, and they just got married. Can you play for them tonight over at the Pier House?" "Yeah, I can do that." That was Bird. He was great. God bless you, Bird. Thank you very much. As long as I live on the island, inspired by the Birdman. Thank you.